time for Big Game Breakout. As always, SBR Odds and Sportsbook Review. Check out the rating guide. 3 o'clock Pacific. Note the start time on this one. TNT, Hawks and Wizards. Game 5, series tied at 2. Wizards 5.5, 212.5 the total. Throw up the scores so far in this series. And the local start at 6 o'clock. Caused because both games are on the East Coast and by television. Maybe we'll see if that impacts the early crowd. They still went with dollar beers and opened up the arena early for the Rockets, and there's still a lot of empty seats because traffic is so bad there. But listen, they were talking about this on the TNT postgame. It's been alarming. Points in the paint in the 2 games in Atlanta, 104-64. Prince, Howard, and Millsap have killed Gortat and Morris down low. And other than Beal, he was okay in Game 4. But Wall's not getting a lot of help. And I know they've just been a tougher team since the series moved to Atlanta. And this thing's really turned around in a hurry. We'll see what the Wizards are made of coming up here, Teddy. But, you know, when Morris called out Millsap, that didn't work out. Called him a crybaby. And he's been great in the last 2 games.
Yeah, smart move. Yeah, call out the opposing team's best player. Well done. But, I mean, look, Washington blamed that Game 3 loss on missing open looks, and they missed a ton of them. Game 4 was exactly the same. You know, they were getting good shots. Not great shots, but good shots. But, as you mentioned, they were settling for jumpers instead of taking the ball to the basket. They weren't getting the easy buckets in transition. You talked about the points in the paint disparity. Game 4, the Hawks were plus 14 on points in the paint. I mean, let's throw up this graphic. You know, you talk about the 2 starting front courts. This is just Games 3 and Games 4. Atlanta, 96 points compared to 42 for Washington. 60 boards compared to 42 for the Wizards. It's really been one-sided. And, you talk about the crybaby comments from Morris. What's Millsap got? 41 points, 20 rebounds in the last 2 games compared to 18 and 10 for Morris. Not a good move. Meanwhile, Budenholzer's quote, quote, Paul Millsap is in a good place. He's going to keep playing basketball like he has his whole life, and he's not going to back down.
I don't know what's going on with Gortat here. I mean, put this guy in a milk carton, at least on the offensive end. He's getting rebounds, but can't open up the offense. I mean, 27 rebounds in 64 minutes the last 2 games, but only 4 points. And they put him on a poster a couple times on dunks. Plus, Millsap had the big and 1 on the offensive rebound when Gortat fouled him there, too. And so your starting 5 gets 4 points in 64 minutes. Hard to run an offense when that happens, Teddy.
Yeah, exactly. The 5 spots got to come up with more than that. And you make an excellent point about the fact, he had a bunch of rebounds. He also didn't get a bunch of rebounds, where Atlanta was very active on the offensive glass. But the thing that stood out to me in Gortat in both Games 3 and Games 4, I mean, a sieve defensively, maybe the appropriate term. Posterized is definitely the appropriate term. There were 3 or 4 times that he just got abused. And, of course, the highlight reel dunk from Dwight Howard. And Howard, all of a sudden, a resurgent performance in Games 3 and 4. If Howard eats up Gortat in the low post, it's going to be a problematic matchup for the Wizards moving forward. But we'll get back to this game when it comes to play of the daytime. Worth noting, each of the last 3 totals in this series have come right down to it. 210, 212, 214. The total in this game priced in that exact same range where we've seen these games come really close. Don't know if that's going to be the case for game number 5. Again, we'll talk about this at Play of the Day.
Well, what do you think of the early start?
I don't think it helps Washington. It's a Wizards team that has been very strong on their home floor, but it's a Wizards team that lost every bit of momentum they had from the 2-0 lead in this series. And I think they're back on their heels a little bit. A 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock local time start time would be great for the Wizards tonight. The 3 o'clock I don't think helps them one iota.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.